Yeah, regular meeting of June 8th, the Newman City Council Redevelopment Agency's order. Please stand for the pledge. Ready to begin? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for
all. Heavenly Father, please give us the wisdom to make the right decisions for the city of Newman and the citizens. And God bless all the citizens. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Roll call.
Councilmember Davis.
Present.
Candia.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Martina.
Present.
Mayor Keaton.
Present. Declaration of conflicts of interest. See none, we'll move to item 6, ceremonial matters. A, recognition of police department corporals. Chief?
Council members, very exciting time for the Newman Police Department. This will include our promotions from within the department, making it 4 total. I'd like to introduce our 2 new corporals, the Corporal Chad Earl and Corporal Noel Bullerby.
All right.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations, guys. Don't tell me you're off your bicycle.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Thank you, Chief.
He's off his bike.
Okay, we'll go to item B's proclamation commemorating the bicentennial birth of Abraham Lincoln. And I was asked by the Mayor Modesto to bring this to the council for a proclamation, and so I asked City Hall to prepare such thing. And I won't read the whole thing, but it says, whereas the Stanislaus County Library at the Modesto Library will host a national traveling exhibit as part of the Lincoln Bicentennial commemoration entitled Abraham Lincoln, a man for his time, a man for all times, from June 1 through June 10. So we've prepared this proclamation we'll deliver to the city of Modesto. So thank you, staff, for that. Item 7, items from the public, non-agenda items. Any member of the public wish to address the council, please step forward.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. Dave Reed, Newman Chamber of Commerce. Just want to remind everyone of our June mixer is going to be at the Grill on Thursday, June 17th at 6 o'clock. Everybody's welcome, and a lot of good food and drink, so everybody come over. Thank you.
When is that date? The mixer?
Thursday, the 17th.
Thank you. All right, we'll move to item 8, consent calendar. A is waive all readings of ordinances and resolutions set by title. B is approval of the warrants. C, approval of the minutes of the May 25, 2010 regular meeting. D, adopt resolution number 2010, next to number, resolution ratifying memorandum understanding between the City of Newman and Operating Engineers Local 3, miscellaneous bargaining unit. Council direction?
I make a motion we approve the consent calendar.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Go to item 9, public hearings. A, second reading and adoption of ordinance number 2010, next to number, ordinance of the City Council of the City of Newman approving and adopting the proposed 2010 amendment to redevelopment plan for the Newman redevelopment project and authorizing staff to prepare and publish a summary of said ordinance. Stephanie.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members. Before you is the second reading of the ordinance approving and adopting the 2010 amendment for the redevelopment plan for the city's redevelopment agency. As discussed at previous meetings and the joint public hearing, the redevelopment agency's goal is to eliminate economic blight and environmental blight. In order to do that, the agency is proposing 4 amendments. 1, to increase the tax increment allocation limit. 2, to eliminate the plan's annual limit on tax increment. 3, establish a bond indebtedness limit. And 4, modify the plan's project and program list. No protests have been received during this amendment process. Given that these amendments will allow the agency to better attain the goal of eliminating blight, staff recommends approval of ordinance 2010 next to number, approving and adopting the proposed 2010 RDA amendments. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Stephanie before we open the public hearing? Seeing none, the public hearing is now open. Anybody wish to address the council? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. Bring it back to council for direction.
I'll make a motion, we approve second reading and adoption of ordinance number 2010, next number, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Newman approving and adopting the proposed 2010 amendment to the redevelopment plan for the Newman redevelopment project and authorizing staff to prepare and publish a summary of said ordinance.
Second that motion.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Go to item 10, regular business, adopt resolution number 2010, next to number, resolution authorizing Ed Caton as mayor and Michael Holland as city clerk to record a notice of completion for the Pioneer Park Landscaping Improvement Project. Michael? Oh, I'm sorry, Gardner.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Thank you. As you stated, before you, the item is to consider adopting a resolution approving the Pioneer Park Landscaping Improvement Project and authorizing the filing of the notice of completion. The Pioneer Park has been through 3 phases of improvements. This is the 3rd phase. The first phase, let me go back, take one step back. All 3 phases have been funded through the Stanislaus County CDBG Consortium. The first phase consisted of the installation of some playground equipment and some park restrooms. The second phase included the new canopy that we have out there with the park tables underneath there, and then Rotary donated some money for it that included a barbecue area, and then we also did some concrete with that second phase. The third phase, which we just completed, and that's what this item is regarding, includes the installation of some, we expanded the walkway along the Q Street side across from the FDES Hall. We also did some bark and landscaping improvements, put some trees in all around the perimeter of Pioneer Park. It really did turn out to be a very nice project, and the contractor did a really good job for us. On April 27, 2010, Council did award the contract to the lowest responsible bidder, which was B&M Construction. And that project was completed on May 21st, 2010. There was one change order approved for the project totaling $4,103.44. That change order included some additional concrete that we needed to replace, and it included adding additional plants. Since we had some room with the low bid, we added more planting of ground cover and things of that nature. Final walkthrough of the project was completed and performed by the Public Works staff. The project has been completed in accordance with the plans and specifications. The original bid for the project was $26,481.64. Contract change order number 1 was $4,103.44. The balancing quantities for the project was $2,595.60 for a total project cost of $33,180.68. This project was funded through the 910 CDBG budget of we budgeted $39,000 for that project. The project has been completed, as I stated earlier, in conformance with the plans and specifications. Therefore, staff is recommending that council adopt a resolution to authorize the filing of the notice of completion for the Pioneer Park Landscaping Project improvements. At this time, I'll answer any questions you may have.
Any questions of Garner? Looks great, though. It
Thank
really
you.
looks nice over there. Nice
We've had a
job.
lot of compliments,
Yeah,
and
nice
people
job.
walking the perimeter really like the improvements.
It looks good. Looks good.
Good job.
All told, we spend $400,000 plus on improvements in the park in the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's great. Looks nice.
Thank you.
Council direction.
I make a motion that we adopt resolution number 2010, next number, a resolution authorizing Ed Caton as mayor and Michael Holland as city clerk to record a notice of completion for the Pioneer Park Landscaping Improvement Project.
Second.
The motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving right along, go to item 11. Supervisor D. Martini's not present, so we'll go to item 12, items from city manager and staff.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to remind the council and the community tomorrow, June 9th at 4 p.m. we will have our downtown plaza groundbreaking ceremonies. Some of the festivities will be in the foyer of the theater, and then we'll walk across the street, and then we'll do a groundbreaking ceremony over there. But we look forward to seeing all the council members there for this joyous occasion. It's a decade in the works, and it's a good time to celebrate that hard work and everything that we've done as a community. So,
Michael, one quick question. Is the dedication right at 4 o'clock?
do you need it to be a little bit later?
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Our festivities are probably we'll start at 4-ish.
Proceed.
Yeah, we'll have the festivities come over, and then we're actually going to have some leftover hamburgers from this weekend, so we're going to have some.
Top notch.
Yeah,
But that's what it's all about.
yeah, we're going to have food and drink for afterwards. So yeah, we'll get the festivities probably a few minutes after 4. We'll move across the street The festivities will actually occur in the plaza area. That will cordon off.
Okay.
But the celebration will occur in the foyer and the lobby of the theater, where it's
Thank you.
much more shaded
Thank you.
and wind protected.
Great.
Tomorrow is the League of California Central Valley quarterly meeting, and I know our chief and Mike and
No,
the mayor.
that's Thursday.
Thursday, excuse me, Thursday the 10th, yes. Just a reminder of that. As I mentioned earlier in our workshop, and I'll mention again tonight, this Saturday, and especially for the people that are watching at home, will be our free outdoor movie night. The original one had to be rescheduled due to high winds. Again, we bring in a big, large portable screen that's inflated with air, so it's not very wise to have that out in high winds. But again, this will occur at Barrington Park. The activities start at 5:30. We'll have tennis demonstrations. I believe our canine program will be out there again doing a demonstration. There'll be food and drink. The snack bar will be open at Barrington. It'll be run by our Little League Association, allow them an opportunity to sell burgers and linguiça and hot dogs out there. And then as the sun goes down, the presentation of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs will be done. So no alcohol, no barbecues. Please bring blankets and chairs, lawn chairs if you like, and everyone it's going to have a good time for all. So again, just an event to help us get to know our neighbors better and build a sense of community in Newman. So
I think it's great.
I'd like to thank the council for giving direction on the healthcare advisory from the funding request. It's $1,000 for the 3 years, and we'll get that out to Mr. Boggs in terms of a letter there. The Historic Society will have a yard sale on the grass of the Newman Museum. That's going to occur on June 19th. So come out and take a look at what wares that they may have for you. And then lastly, this past Sunday, we had our third annual city softball tournament, and for the third time we have a different department that's won. Recreation won this year. The first time, and I know Public Works and both the police department and Public Works have won in the past. So that means, administration needs to get on their game for next year. We did have some firemen who showed up and wanted to play, so I think next year it'll be a fire department administration together, and it's really difficult for administration to come up with players since we only have about 6 in City Hall. So with that, when we deliver the proclamation, Mayor, we're going to ask them for a $60,000 check
That'd be nice.
and to cover all the sales tax they're
Good
stealing
luck
from
with
us.
that.
Yeah.
Let me know how that works out for you.
With that, that's all that I have tonight.
Any questions of Michael? Okay, staff, staff member have a report? Is this going to be a riveting report as your predecessors?
I haven't worked up to riveting yet. That's
Okay.
a few years down the road. We'll go with riveting. Just one quick item. The animal control shelter opened up as of June 1st, thanks to the hard work from Garner and Public Works getting the facility up, and Jessica Tobin for getting everything we needed for it. Did a great job. We've had a couple animals in there. Stephanie Ocasio came up with a great idea for putting up pictures in City Hall and in the police department of animals that will be up for adoption. So take a look if you swing by and adopt an animal. There's a dog went in today, a pug. Yeah. So, any questions?
Any questions of the chief? Thank you. Thank you. Nope. Garner, anything?
Just a couple quick items for the council tonight. We did open bids today for the Oristemba soil borings project. The bids have not been certified. The range was $54,000 to about $81,000. I'll be reviewing those bids tonight and tomorrow morning and certifying the bids, and then get with the city manager and see about making a recommendation to council. We received 3 bids total. Plaza project, we're working on the agreements and the contracts. From what I understand, the contractor has signed the agreements and has his insurance in place. They're being FedExed to our city engineer at this time. We should be getting those signed and hopefully back in place this week, and we've setting up for a pre-construction meeting hopefully the week after that. Should start construction within 2 weeks. Highway 33, as you can tell, they've been out there doing quite a bit of grinding on it. I spoke with the contractor today about their traffic control plan for when they actually do the paving, which is scheduled for next week. We're going to try and arrange it where there'll be minimal impact to the residents, but there will be some impact. They are going to have to close some of the smaller cross streets. We're going to work with them to coordinate to keep the signals sections where they keep one open and close the alternate one while they do the paving and things of that nature. It is a new type of asphalt. It takes a little longer to get it in shape for people to drive on it. Caltrans will not let them drive on it until it cools down to a certain temperature. Then they got to bring a sander in and actually sand down the AC because there's rubberized asphalt in it. They got to get the furriness off of it, and then they have to come in with a street sweeper, pick that part of it up, and then open up to traffic. So it'll be an inconvenience. I think they're going to be in there Wednesday, Thursday of next week, trying to get that taken care of. We are gathering their grindings, and we're going to be using those, replacing them in the alleys again to help with more weatherizing our alleys. Hill Park parking lots, moving right along with this project. This same contractor at Hill Park parking lots is also going to be doing our plaza project. Just an idea on how efficient he's been. Probably looking at about 2.5 to 3 weeks to get the block walls in and all the parking lots paved and concrete done for that whole project. Not 2.5 weeks from now, they expect to be done by the end of next week. The footings have been poured for the fencing, the block wall, and they start laying courses. They expect to be done with that whole fence by the end of next week, along with the paving on the parking lots. Tyker Construction will be then starting the Safe Routes to School portion and the CDBG sidewalk areas around Hill Park right after that. So we're moving right along to the next phase. 3 contractors in a row working on Hill Park, and it's moving right along. And the last thing I had the fun of meeting the 50-plus club for the first time last week, and spoke with them regarding our landscape and lighting ballot that is out this week, out this month for vote. It was a lot of fun. We had an ice cream social, and I met a lot of nice people. Actually got invited to the gentleman's home to go check out his nice old car, Mr. Morris Deason. Very, very nice person. World War II vet, by the way. And got a lot of good feedback. Great feedback for Public Works, and we have some things we need to work on, and we'll be working over that in the next month or so. At this point, if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for council.
Any questions, Garner? Just one thing, Garner.
Sure.
It's responsibility to keep the trees staked properly and tied down on Sherman Parkway and also along Sherman Park itself.
That's our responsibility, not the contractors.
Okay.
All the trees that are leaning in there.
Well, a lot of them lean, but a lot of them are missing either stakes or the ties have come undone. I noticed that day when the wind was blowing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of them are leaning over. Probably not much we can do with some of those. They're pretty well established, but
Right.
I did know some of the younger trees are not staked.
We did an inventory of those about 2 weeks ago to go in and look at the ones that are leaning too far that need to be taken out and replanted. We're working with Steve Samuelson to hopefully get a grant to put in some of these trees. We're also the crews are going through there. We've had extreme vandalism along there. They have actually started taking the guts out of our sprinkler heads.
Right.
Up along the block wall, not necessarily just along the sidewalk. We've got a lot of dead grass in there. The guys have been in there all this week, and they're going to be in there all next week trying to get that back in shape. Vandalism on some of the tree stakes, but some of it is the wind has loosened those, and we need to do our part and get in there and straighten those up. We are focusing on that. We've had some issues with Sherman Park, too, so the guys are trying to stay on top of that, not let them dissuade us from making those. So we're on top of that. We hope to get that back in shape within a week or so.
Great. Okay.
No
I
problem.
just plant the trees that you were talking about, taking them out and putting them back. Are those close to 33? Those are leaning so far?
We did a complete inventory all the way down Sherman Park, and we felt that they were past a certain degree. I think it was 15 or 20 degrees. Then they went on our inventory list to remove and replace and plant them correctly. And even there are some that are dying, or some that are not. Then there's some that need to be pruned and topped because they're getting too top heavy, and the wind is causing them. If you notice, they're all leaning in one direction from the prevailing winds that we get. So Danny, our senior streets maintenance person, has been out there trying to get on top of that. And if there's any other locations as you drive through town, let me know. We're trying to get through. We did a complete inventory citywide of all the street trees, where we need to. Some of the trees are getting so old and so large. Really, you need to start taking those out and do a plan, not to do a whole block at one time, but kind of methodically go through and replace them as we see, instead of just doing a clear cut scenario. So we're working on that, trying to.
Great.
Hopefully, we can get a grant to get some of the trees, and we'll start replacing them and filling in instead of just a clear cut. And Sherman Parkway is already. We're working on that one.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Just a quick question on Sherman Parkway. There is a pretty serious leak towards 33. I don't know if you've seen it. There's 2 pipes that come up, and it's leaking pretty good.
2 pipes come above ground.
They come above ground.
Okay, we'll get on that first thing in the morning.
Pretty serious leak. I mean, it looks like it's leaking quite a bit of water.
Okay, we'll be on that first thing in the morning.
Thank you, Garner.
You're welcome.
If there's any other questions. Okay, Stephanie, anything?
Good evening again. Just wanted to give the council an update on some of our grant activities in the last month or so. Every June is the end of the fiscal year for CDBG, so we are closing out the Pioneer Park grant. This is the final year of funding, and thanks in part to Public Works to get everything done in a timely manner. We are successful in that, and we'll receive all of our money. Our home allocation, their calendar is a little funny. It ends in August, so we haven't gotten our allocation from home yet. But we're in good standing with them. We spent above and beyond our timeliness deadline, so we're in good standing with the home consortia. Our Roberti Zeburg Harris grant, which is the official name for the Hill Park project, I spoke to our representative last week, and he said to just pretty much do our last and final submittal instead of sending him the monthly ones that I've been doing. And he was really happy to see that that park's, finishing up, and they'll be coming out to do an inspection once we do our final payment request and taking pictures. So it's a success story. We're really happy about that project. And last but not least, our per capita grant that the council approved at the last meeting. We are currently preparing the packages for state submittal to identify each individual project and the RFP, and then we'll be going out for bid. Just wanted to give an update. Any questions?
Any questions?
No?
All right. Thank you. Council, Mr. Davis,
I don't have anything tonight.
Nick,
Nothing tonight.
Bob?
Just to mention Westside Healthcare, for everyone that wants to, the high schools will be open every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 with the lights on in Newman and Patterson and also Gustine for people that want to get out there and walk. So whoever wants to get out there and walk would be, it's a good way to get started for a lot of people. But so that's part of the healthcare program. So anyway, just to give that information to general public. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. And I have nothing this evening, so we will adjourn to closed session, conference with labor negotiator, operating engineers, local number 3, police bargaining unit under government code 54957.6. We are adjourned.